I think we're going to start in Satsuma. Don't know anything about the particular ruler. Or much about any of the new game rules or anything else. I've deliberately tried to stay clear of most of it because I think it's quite fun to learn as we play. I'm sure we'll be massively overwhelmed. I'm going to guess that there's a hell of a lot less early war options than there used to be. But yeah, so I feel like we go here. We will be starting as this dude who is zealous, generous, and sadistic. Like you, chat. Well, heir is this guy. Who's deceitful, just, and fickle, so that sounds terrible. We are apparently 51. So I think we go here. Now we could customize who we are, but I feel like we should start as a recognized family for the first bit. Making Japan as war ravaged as Europe would be weird, yeah. Tale of Tataira. The Empire of Japan is teeming with blocks, all vying for control and power. As a Soryoi ruler, my family has tamed the provinces and put down rebellions. What does that mean? We can create back cadet branches. We have access to manors, blocks, and house aspirations. Allows rulers of at least kingdom tier to elevate a co-monarch from among their children. So we are a feudal government type. Local lords have discarded or supplanted the reach of the central Ritsuryo government, but that's a sort of administrative style government, if I remember. And rules. Okay, so we do have hereditary. We do not use influence, but noble family heads retain their family manor and house aspiration. Though they cannot be elected ruling regent, Soryu rulers may take power via the install ruling regent faction and use the formalized shogunate decision. Soryu ruling regents govern the realm on behalf of the Japanese emperor, inheriting by primogeniture, and may be overthrown by faction demand. Righto. We have the primo, everyone. We may create and join house blocks within the realm. Okie dokie. Sounds fun. Japanese governments have a lower domain limit on us, which may be increased by upgrading the family manor. Righto. Okie dokie. Are we going to go for striving for stability, which gives us less levies? I feel like probably we would. Or we can have 20 years of preparing for conflict, which is levy size, a month gold income war. I think we go for striving for stability for 20 years. I feel like we're going to do a bit of consolidation before we do anything. Is there a stream goal other than learning how the DLC works? I mean, I don't know. I think what we'll do is we'll see how this run goes over the next couple of weeks. And then we'll decide whether that we've learnt enough and want to start again, or whether we want to carry it on. I think that's what we'll take the attitude of this. So we'll consider this a first look, and then we'll decide later whether it's worth finishing it out as a run, or whether we just want to kind of declare it a first look and then do similar or a more specific goal. I suspect if we were going to have a goal, it is effectively to become Shogun. I think we go striving for stability to begin with. Right, who are you? Can we attack you? He says after immediately picking striving for stability. Ooh, we can. Oh, we can't. We don't have the Imperial Pacification law. Right, so. Good to know. Can we fabricate a claim on it? Make an Alan Shogun. Aaron! Right, so we do have a mana full of Satsumas, which is nice. We start with 77 gold. We have a rice plot, a guardhouse. We have a Confucian library. So that's monthly lifestyle learning experience boost. Maybe. Could be useful, I suppose. A rice plot. Just gives us an income. Guardhouse. Intrigue per level of fame. That's nice. And we have a personal workshop, which is income and construction. Okay, so that's not badly optimized. I'd argue that we're probably going to want to build something. Private armory, maybe. Probably a horse paddock. Ooh, T-plot. I think we might want that horse paddock, because aren't samurai archers? Aren't they mounted archers? So we can hire warrior monks, which cost piety. That's quite nice. And mounted samurai. I mean, you know that it's going to be like a maximum of a month before someone mods Uma Masumi into this. And we absolutely will play with that, do a run with that when they do. Right, on the basis that samurai mounted archers and have quite a heavy maintenance cost, I feel like horse paddocks is a bit of a must. Do we build them now? Do they generate income? Yes. So the answer is yes. Right, we're dropping some horse paddocks. We are not married. Who are we marrying? We have 2 sons. So our second son... So our first son is... He's a mastermind philosopher. Okay, our sons aren't terrible. Especially given we've got an artificially low domain holding anyway. Neither of them are terrible. It's primo though, so I do suspect what we want to do here is marry off Tyra to someone who's got traits. Mastermind philosopher and still somehow. Oh yeah, no, he's Jordan Peterson. He's capable of doing lots of big words, but they mean precisely fuck all. There is an Uma Musume portrait mod for CK3. Oh yeah, totally. I want someone to mod them in as a men-at-arms regiment. Maybe we should do that ourselves. There you go, chat. There's your mission. There must be an artist among chat. Do me a men-at-arms portrait for Uma Musume, and we'll mod them in the various cavalry roles. Our sons aren't terrible. Garrison indicating only a 60% chance of murdering. You think it's that low? I mean, fickle is never good. Deceitful isn't bad, and just, if we're not murdering people, isn't bad. Right, there's no one royal who's going to generate good kids. Because they're both common. I do like the little tweaks to the interface, by the way. Apparently we're august. Nice. Right, we do have some dynasty available, legacy is available. I do think we take noble lands. I don't think you'd ever not take noble lands. Right, you are actually going to marry this entirely nondescript pretty girl. As I would quite like you to throw out pretty children. Do we feel like that's a valid approach here? I feel like it is. Right, alliances. Are we part of a block? Right, our family attribute at the moment is determination. So our spy masters are better, basically, and we're rank 2 at that. Prosperity might be better off for us early on. We need 1,000 to change that. So we're currently the head of House Satsuma, and we're a block member house of the Kikuchi block. There are 6 in this block. That is our block. Okie dokie. Cumulative block strength is 3399. We're the second most influential. We're the second largest force in there. So to claim leadership, we need to be of a higher rank than Soryo Noritaka. 2 levels of fame above him. To have a higher level determination aspiration than Kikuchi. At least 51% of the block members need to be allied of, to, terrified of, friends with a lover of, vassal or below. Is hooked by you or owes loyalty to you as your days. Okay, righto. That makes sense. I guess the alternative is to jump ship to a different block. Okay, so they're governorships. So this would be the alternate block. How do we work out who's the head of that block? Because that feels to me like a kind of thing that's useful. Okay, Koshi Minamoto Morofozo. Why is that not a holding thing? Kikuchi Minamoto Morofusa is who we're looking for. Kikuchi Minamoto Morofusa. That's the head of that house block. His heir is Minamoto Kintsune, who is unlanded and therefore wouldn't be eligible or could be kicked out as a block leader. Unlanded and Craven, yeah. Do you have any useful daughters? I can assume all of your daughters are already married. Thing is, his heir won't be unlanded when he inherits, because he'll inherit his territory. But he will also be old. Okay, let's play the block thing by ear. Can we still fabricate claims on places that are outside of all of this? So, for example, we net ourselves some islands here. That's eligible for a special building. I assume it's a religious one. Okay, lifestyle. So we've gone all the way down that one. I suspect we want to go wealth. We could die at any time and we won't know about it. I feel like that's just a nature of the beast. And we could reset perks and get ourselves groomed to rule. So we only gain 90 stress, so it's not going to stress us out. We just got to be a bit careful. I think we are going stewardship. I want income. Fucking idiot. I might murder him just for that. Personal scheme success chance against family members, you say? Do we want a gust again? I think we probably do want a gust. I think I can get it, but all of those are good things to have. It'd be weird living in the CK3 world where every now and again someone just starts acting wildly different as they're being controlled by an unknown force, isn't it? Yeah, it'd be crazy. Right. We're on money. So you have a limited oversight law, powerful ministries. We do need to get married. What are our best options for marriage? She is the daughter of him. He is 41 years old. The Bushdan of Setsu, which is there. He's going to be around for a while. I feel like that's a decent marriage for us. She looks really happy about it as well. I'm sorry, excuse me. Baking powder. You did what now? I feel a cadet branch coming on. Oh, part of the Taro dynasty. We have tragically spiteful turned on. Is that a genuine settlement? Right, do we marry our eldest son off? Saunter between the market stalls of Satsuma, a heavy pouch tugging at my belt. How do I make this coin work for me? So I admired the wares of a local smith, good steel, a sound investment. When I met Suke, Mayor Mochitsuna suddenly appears at my side. A word of advice, my liege. Have a look at the mason's workshop over there. Their words may be simple, their potential is great. So lose 35 and gain smithy investment. Lose 35, we bond, and we gain a monthly piety boost. And a holding taxes boost for 30 years. I feel like that's probably worth it. Let's have a look at our council. So we have our Fool of a Took son as our... I kind of hate him already. Can we kill him? Oh, cool, we can. We actually have someone competent? No? Righto. Can we get a better martial guy? He's decent. Have we got any ladies hanging around that aren't our wife? Hello. Oh, you're already... Oh yeah, no, you're married to my son. Yeah, no, forget it. God damn, man. Do none of you have any, like... And then no ladies around here. Oh, we got a subject. Hello. Someone likes the older ladies. Chance of children, none. Yeah, at the moment.
Good morning.
His next wife should be better, though. Sineth, thank you for the subscription. Right, okay, so we got someone better than our idiot son. Not really. That's fucking annoying. How do we get more ladies? We need ladies we can marry off. Really do it. I mean, we could make our son our physician. You can have that. You're not bad at it. Let's see if you can become a doctor. Let's see if you can be any fucking use to us. Oh, they changed that. Like, Organised Army now does reduced army maintenance. That's really nice. That's one to remember to change to when you're going into a war then. We may just make Jordan Peterson our position, yep. Right. She would be an outstanding physician. She doesn't look the healthiest. She'd like to marry someone. Would you like to marry this guy? How much to make you stay? Adopt into house. Hello? That sounds fun. Where's my brother-in-law? I mean, he's a fucking idiot, but he's also got good traits. Should we be Shinto? I feel like we should be Shinto. That's probably what's limiting our marriage prospects as well. Like, our entire region is Shinto. Divorce is always allowed. Polygamous marriage. No bastards. Same-sex relations accepted. Female adultery accepted. What's the Emperor's faith? Because we should probably not go against that. Okay, he's Buddhist, right? We'll stay Buddhist. What does Buddhist get us? Oh no, we're a different form of Buddhism. Okay, so we're that kind. We're into mendicant preachers, esotericism, and asceticism. Male-dominated, same-sex relationships accepted, female adultery is shunned. Dynastic kinslaying is criminal. Boo. 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 What are the other fun bits of Buddhism? Only if you get caught, yeah. Well, quite. So this is the one that the Emperor is. So he's also esotericism, literalism, inner journey, makes patient to virtue. Characters can decide to meditate in seclusion. reducing stress, and possibly gaining theological insights. That sounds awful. Divorce is always allowed. Male dominated. Legitimized bastards. Shun, shun, shun. Boo. You could convert to that. I'm not sure it does us any benefit, though. Like, are there any of these that are genuinely going to do us a lot of benefit? A lot of monasticism going on. Like, are there any fun ones of these? Mind without mind. Sponsored inspirations produce artifacts of higher quality. Characters are such gaining fun. That sounds nice. "105 counties follow this." What are the special doctrines? I think they all have these two. Which is basically about not making stuff, like, hostile. Definitely don't want something that's got pacifism. Variana's interesting. Ritual hospitality. Honoured guests spending piety in exchange for increased opinion. Ooh, pacifism, though. We don't like pacifism. Does have equal. Although I'm not sure whether we could actually enable anything to do with that, because we'd still fall under the wider Japanese law. Ooh, righteous rebirth's always fun. That one looks fun. Hello, Torty. No, it's not lunchtime yet. You come to say hello to people, haven't you? Come on, let's say hello to people. I know, you love me. Not in any way, because you fancy some lunch. Is that enough? Happy? You happy? Not lunch. So this one, faiths in the same religion are considered to be evil. Rulers of this faith can destroy artifacts for piety. It was the claim mantle of Maitreya decision. We'll be doing a run with that at some point, I'm sure. That would be fun. Right now, I feel like that's a future conversion option. Do we convert now, I guess, is the question. No. Back again. Might as well convert now. I mean, I suppose we do have the piety. How much is it going to cost us to convert? Arguably, maybe we don't want to convert until we've recruited some warrior monks. Yeah, we need a lot to convert. I think that's probably our future conversion path, though. We'll go with that. Right, our Uma paddock is finished. It's a little bit more money. That is going to mean it's cheaper when we want to get some samurais. That's nice. We can station our men. We want to station the light footmen. We're in debt, but we won't be shortly. We're not endorsed by that dude. Let's sway him. Can create an accolade. I mean, tactician is just pretty much a no-brainer. And that's going to give, in the long term, an army damage boost. So I feel like... Also, let's be honest, the Iron Bushi is a fucking incredible name. So we do want to recruit this guy. Well, that's quite nice. A couple of options here. Now, according to this, I could declare some wars, but I'm going to take a punt that when it says I can declare wars, what it's not allowing for is this being a crime. And I'm figuring we don't want to do crime right now. Crime seems bad. Shit, I didn't mean to click that. So, guys, I just accidentally declared war on someone. Did I? I mean, it doesn't look like I'm at war. I think you didn't because no war goal was set. Phew, we almost accidentally declared war, but we didn't. That's good. Autonomous governors. Oh, did we just... new ruling region just dropped. Someone left the box blocked because of a generous bribe. Good to know. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm going to be the samurai. No idea what that is, but let's find out. Oh, am I like the warrior dude? That sounds fun. Yeah, look at me waving my sword around with my 3 martial. Sure, that was a great decision. Well done. Top regenting. Yeah, I feel like we might not be the best candidate for that, but I'm not going to argue. Can we do... you what now? I'm not liking that. He does like us now. So we've got powerful ministries. Perhaps the 3 martial samurai is part of the plan for disarmament, yep. A lot of bribing people who aren't me going on here. Why doesn't anyone bribe me? I'm good for a bribe. Totally good for a bribe. He's doing good work as our brother-in-law here. We do technically have enough to hire that dude. Now have the Iron Bushi. Silver hand. No. Why is his trait secondary trait changed? I mean, disciplinarian's quite nice. Levy maintenance drop. It's definitely going to be the Iron Bushi though. That was a great name. The Iron Golshi. We'll save that for our Uma run. No, I see that. You'd think they'd fix this by now. But apparently not. Like, God forbid we fix 3-year-old bugs in the game. That'd just be, like, ridiculous. And our brother-in-law's successor, so that's worked out quite nicely. We would miss them. Yeah, it wouldn't be the same if we didn't have all the old bugs. A small religious carving. I can gain some stewardship stuff. Yeah, let's gain some stewardship stuff. Right, I did push us into debt, but we'll work it off quick enough. I suppose we do want him converting faith, because we aren't going to go Shinto at the moment. Invite to house block. Join the Kawachi block. We gain a weak hook on that dude. Bought this game a while ago, still don't understand a thing. So many options on screens like this and titles, it's confusing. Is it tutorials? I think it's CK3 tutorial, isn't it? I thought it was CK3 tutorial. CK3 guide? Maybe? But yeah, the good news for you is I have a new player guide. Which will, it's a few versions back now. But obviously you wouldn't want to start in Japan and all of that to begin with, because it's just very complex. But yeah, have a look at that. Effectively what it is it's a series of short videos that don't kind of sit there and attempt to tell you how to play the game. But they just kind of walk you through all of the basic concepts. So that you don't feel quite so lost. You understand what inheritance is, you understand how different things kind of hang together. And then it's sort of designed, it's not going to tell you the most optimal way to play for min-maxing or anything like that. But it's going to tell you how to play in a way that hopefully means you understand the pillars the game is built on. But yeah, the key thing to remember is just that you're playing a dynasty simulator, not a country simulator. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, is they think of themselves as playing a nation. And you're not, you're playing a family, you're playing the head of a family. And that changes fundamentally how you're playing. Okay, so we'd get 50 gold for this. Plan this to Hasburg, it's not abstract. Yeah, it's a good way of thinking on it. Where's his block? New block, who dis? So what block is he asking us to join? The Kawachi block. That's these dudes over here. They have a lot of people in that block. I'm kind of on board with that, to be honest. Isn't that like the controlling block? Yeah, sure, why not? Tried starting in the E876, one of those small little kingdoms lower right on the map. By like 5 god start and barely one caught me. Yeah, honestly, what you're best off doing, if you want to just learn the core concepts of the game, I'd actually not do what I describe in the video anymore, which is start in Byzantium, because I've added a new Byzantine form of government. I would actually start somewhere in France. I would normally say start as someone like, you know, someone within France. Like, start... Like, if you really want to go for a big start as Duke William in 1066. It's apparently blind now. But even if you just want to start in the early stage, say start as one of these and kind of focus on building up a French duchy, and then you learn of it. Count of Anjou is good. Yeah, Count of Anjou is good. If you want something a bit more of a challenge, and you've got the Norse DLC, which is excellent, start as the Viking ruler of Heistein and Montague. But just convert to Catholic and join the Kingdom of France. And then if you want an interesting challenge, taking this territory and forming Normandy can be your interesting challenge. Heistein has a new achievement, does he? Interesting. I'm from Flanders and be decent to learn and start the game in Belgium. Yeah, I mean, you playing around there is good. It's not a bad start. So yeah, I'd say start in that period and do stuff around here. Effectively, it's a lot more stable and easy to learn the underlying pillars of the game by starting in those areas, or not starting as a king, but starting as a secondary ruler like a duke in those areas. You'll have enough marriage options, enough income to start building buildings. I do a video that talks about how to specialize your duchies, which is really useful. Yeah, being a count, or I'd argue a duke, is a better very first place start, because it gives you some element of sort of rulership and vassal stuff to manage. But yeah, starting as a duke in Western Europe is the way to go. England you kind of want to avoid because of all the Viking invasions and all of that kind of stuff early on. I mean, let's have a look. Let's save this quickly. We haven't actually saved this game yet and probably should. If we went back to the menu, let's have a quick look. Who would we recommend as a start these days? So if you were wanted to do 867, which is a nice place to start. So you can see here, Jarl Heisting. Jarl Heisteen is a good start. If you wanted to do that kind of thing. But if we were doing this, if you like the vibe but don't want to learn too much, Gareth's a ton of video runs on YouTube that are very... Yeah, exactly. Go on my YouTube channel and you'll find loads of runs. And you can just kind of pick one and go, okay, what am I doing? If you want a YOLO start, Heisting. So the reason that Heisting is quite good is he starts with like a Viking horde. So he's got a bit more troops to play with, but he is quite old. But his son is decent. So you know you're going to end up with a decent-ish heir. The main problem you've got is the King of France really wants to kill you. So that's why if you're not wanting the advanced start, you really want to very quickly subjugate yourself to the King of France and just make sure you've got a good spy master. And just take regular saves, so if the King of France actually manages to assassinate you, if you weren't ready for it, you can just restart. Reload a save. But a fun one you can do with Heisteen is you can start as Heisteen and then take this territory off of the dukes that are there. Because if you're a subject of France, you can go to war with the people up here. You control enough of this territory as a Norse ruler, you can found Normandy and create the Normans. And that's quite fun. Normans are quite fun to do as a culture, and they're a fun culture to start, to try. But honestly, I mean, who's over here? Let's have a look. Who we've got? Duke Baudouin's probably not a bad start. You are going to get smashed around by Vikings early on. That's your only problem. You maybe want to start as someone like Count Berenger of here, of Amiens. Because then you've got the option of pushing into Duke Baudouin's territory. And at least you start with 2 provinces. So Berenger might be a fun one to start as. Baudouin's probably playable. You just have to deal with the fact that you are going to get Vikings trying to take your territory off you. Also, Ireland is considered the conventional tutorial start. It's not always a good tutorial. Yeah, I mean, it never seems to play out the way the tutorial does. The tutorial kind of does it because you can take lots of territory and all that, but it doesn't allow for the Vikings just showing up and just fucking with you. If you want to start as a kingdom, Brittany is a decent kingdom to start as. But one of the things you can also do is start as Heisteen and make yourself king of Brittany very easily. Again, your big issue is France. If you are starting as Heisteen, whatever you're doing, my advice is that, and I bet you this hasn't changed as you do this. And the reason you do that is because he has 5,000 troops. Which on top of your 3,000 means no one's going to fuck with you. You can now do whatever the hell you want. And you're about to now marry someone who's also got a quick trait, which means there's a good chance you're going to throw out some smart kids. That's the only bit of genuine must-do advice I always give anyone when they're starting as Heisteen. But for example, I could now turn around to Charles, who fucking hates me, and go, yeah, you know what, Charles, that's fine. It won't take low, but it'll take normal. I'm now part of France, so he can't declare war on me. What he can do is force me to convert, which is fine. Don't care about that. When he asks, we'll convert. But now, Nusra up here, with its 678 fucking troops, not Varangian against him, but if I do fabricate a claim, let's say on Rouen, might as well start in style. Then by the time that builds up, I'm going to be able to go YOLO a war against him and all of these people and form Normandy. Isn't Heistine prone to constant assassination attempts from Charles II? Yep. I mean, I've gone to war with Charles. If you know what you're doing, the moment you ally Halfdan, you do technically have enough forces to kick the shit out of Charles. How would I start doing it as a tribesman? I honestly wouldn't do it. Like, there's two, it's such an advanced start. Like, save an unforeseen event or lack of aptitude. I mean, the thing is, if Heisting gets killed, you've already got an heir that's decent. But actually all you do is you just slam a decent spy master in, put him on counter spying, because you know Charles is trying to kill you. Like, Charles is always trying to kill you. So actually all you just got to do is just go heavy on the counter. But yeah, like, I mean, if we were around here and starting bottom of the map, what you want is someone down there who can form kingdoms. Like, if I was starting around here, yeah, I mean, I could do stuff around there, I reckon. Probably more likely to start over here. But yeah, as Ropetrick says, once you know the game works, the medium or advanced starts plausible to do, but you need to have to solve problem first. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing with all Paradox games. The strength of Paradox games is you can play as anyone. Downside is that, like, it doesn't automatically mean that just being able to play as anyone is going to make it so you can have fun as anyone. I don't say win, because there is no win condition. But once you master advanced start, once you understand the pillars of the game, you know how to go, okay, I need to make more money. How do I do things? How do I do whatever? So if we looked around here, I would probably, if I was anything, be finding someone who is reasonably of ducal ramp. Someone that's like a decent Raj already. This dude, probably. Maybe. But what I'd actually do is start and then just have a hunt around and see what's good around there. I would probably be starting as this dude. You got like no domain stuff. Yeah, I just think it's very advanced. Now I want to kind of start on Papua New Guinea and make my way to Portugal. We should do a reverse Portugal war at some point. Reverse Portugal run. Maybe Brunei. But the problem is, I'm guessing, is all of these are going to be tribal, aren't they? I assume we're tribal. Yeah, we're a chiefdom. Which just means the whole mechanics of how your buildings work is different and more limited. So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't be doing it. Like, you can, you're just going to have a hell of a learning curve. Feudal governments are definitely the easiest and more logical. Feudal governments are the easiest to learn. Once you've mastered the basics of feudal stuff, a lot of the other stuff you can kind of pick up. That's why I wouldn't actually recommend Byzantium, which is in my guide anymore, because how dare he? We were so good at that job. Because you're just going to struggle. Our brother-in-law's doing great work here. Right, we're in profit. Can we declare war on this dude? Oh, because he's got the pacification thing. We can't declare external wars. Oh, we can't declare external wars unless the imperial policy is pacification. Gotcha, okay. Righto. Also depends on what DLCs you have. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. Personally, I think the Viking DLC is a must-buy. Of the rest, this probably is, if for flavor reasons, but I wouldn't be starting with this. I mean, you can do it, it's just much harder. Like for this, like, there's no easy way for us to wage war here. Not without incurring some wrath of people. Like, I would really like that. I assume we could declare war for that, but we're going to go up against the block. Hello. So if we get the manpower for that, we can do that. Iberian DLC. Yeah, Iberian DLC is really good. Okay, so if we can get the manpower together for that, we can pull that off. Why don't I have any allies? I feel like I should have allies. Honey, why didn't you get me an alliance? Hey, idiot son. I bet we don't get an alliance if he marries. I bet he gets the alliance. He's an arsehole. Like, does that get me the alliance? Just love to see the history of the world map even before even playing. Belgium's good fun, and like a lot of the suggested starts are very good. And I'd actually say Belgium is a really good early game goal for you, because you are playing in feudal Europe that is a lot more regimented and easy to learn the game in. Like, create a custom ruler. The other thing to remember is CK3 is like, the whole point is you fail. The joy is in failing as much as succeeding. So do a run, have it go spectacularly wrong, and think, okay, what did I do wrong there? Up on my YouTube, there should also be a whole bunch of stuff that is, how would I start in different campaigns? Very quickly, because I am only streaming for a little bit of time today. Let's save this. Okay. Right, if I'm doing 867, I'm starting over this side. Trade of EDX norms recognizing Belgium. I mean, obviously, Belgium isn't a real country. We all know that. It's just Dutch DLC. Just lower Netherlands. But yeah, if I was doing something that would ultimately lead to the formation of Lower Netherlands, and I wanted to start in 867, I'd probably start as Count Berenger here. And if you notice that the traits he gets are random, so actually you could do cheese the reload on it a few times. Ambitious is quite nice because it gives you overall benefits. I'm starting as this dude. Okay, am I married already? Yes, I am. I do have 2 daughters, so that is alliance fodder straight away. So if I'm thinking the Duke of Flanders here is who I want to absolutely wail on, then there's a couple of ways I could do that. But I could get that, I can guarantee you I can get that crown without even having to fight him. Because what I'm going to do is say, "Hi sir, would you like to marry my daughter Sophie, my daughter, to your second son Baudouin?" You won't go matrilineal on him. On him, grand wedding. You do it for a grand wedding. You do the first one for that. Not for that one. So we'll do it for Rudolph. Fail the game, but have a continue as option where you choose another ruler. So it doesn't if you're failing, but the thing is you can't really fail the game because you're playing as always playing as your own heirs. So you only fail the game if your dynasty dies out. Okay, so now that our daughter is going to inherit, we need to definitely not have any more children. So, can we divorce you? We're not going to get a divorce out of you. Sorry, honey. Might have to murder you. So I would now be speccing this guy. So he's a mastermind philosopher. I'm going to be pushing him straight down the intrigue path. He is going skullduggery focus. And we'd be going down the schema stuff. I now want a really good spy master. Don't have any available. We got any unmarried women? We do. Find spouse. Find me the most murdery person you can. Really no one more murderable? I find that hard to believe. Find me someone super murdery who is not a ruler and is male and unmarried, and I need them in, they can be in all, but they got to be in Diplo range. Ideally a commoner. Othon? You godless blackguard, you. Yeah, why can't you marry Marguerite? Anyway, I'd be marrying to get a murdery thing, and I'd just be murdering. If I murdered, so basically, right now, his two eldest sons die, and that one inherits. It's a matrilineal marriage, which means that any kids that him and my ruler then have are of my dynasty, not his. Which means their kid is going to inherit both my dukedom, and that kid and that one. So stuff like that. But stuff like that's the thing that just comes naturally once you start understanding how the game plays together and how it links. And that's part of the fun, is just toying with those edges and seeing how it happens. But my guides will give you just a little bit of insight into understanding how those pillars work. I keep meaning I might redo the whole series and move it to France now that with all the updatey bits come in. Anyway, so theoretically we could go to war for this. But he's too powerful at the moment in terms of alliances. Oh, we were going to test to see if I marry my idiot son to this stuttering girl. Does that give me my alliance, or does it give him that alliance? Gives me the alliance. Okay. Where you at? Tsushima. Oh, yeah, you're nice and nearby. Okay, we can deal with that. YOLO, man. I reckon we can pull this off. Depends on where his allies are. There and there. Okay, we're going to need those reinforcements then. Because I bet you they'd reinforce before we could get them. Yeah, he's grouping up. Let's call in our allies. Oh, we can call in Setsu as well then. It didn't tell us we could call in Setsu, but that's good to know. It's an extra cost in attacking a piece of land overseas. You have to fabricate claims. You've got to have a reason to go to war. You can't just go to war. So a lot of that is the stuff that's fun to learn as you play, is the reasons you can do things. Right, guys, can you maybe come down here and give me a hand? Really do with your showing up right now. Ideally before his army smashes mine. Hoping they just go and sit on the siege. Okay, yeah, no, here we go. Hey, let's not do that. Lads. Come join me over here, please. We have a new son. Takamochi. Groki strong and wise. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, not so fucking keen to fight now, are you? Actually, I'd have rather fought him there, but it's going to be close. We might lose this, you know. Right, well, let's try that again. Well, at least we know the strategy works. Just got to be careful where we fight them. One thing since the new DLC is rather poor performance. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Not surprised at all. Right, so we need to marry the stuttery girl. That gives us that alliance. We can declare on him. Call in our allies. And secondary wives provides alliances. That's a good question, really. That's a good question. Right. Let's raise all armies. Slide over there. Ooh, they're going to the water. Right, we're gonna gamble a bit here. There's a lot of split forces going on here. Hello. Feels like that was a bad decision, doesn't it, lads? You know what else is a bad decision? Oh, we got a daughter this time. Amen Naiko. Okay. Oh, and we captured him. I think we just want to kill this war off, don't we? Captured his heir. Unless we're going to get a filthy amount of cash for his heir. Yes, thank you, Torty. You're definitely, you know, leaning on the keyboard is good. I'm sure you're just doing that out by accident. I'm 50. I think we end the war. Suddenly, we have 2 castles. Is there anyone else around here we can eat like that? Because we do technically have a domain limit of 3. Guessing we can't eat you. That would be quite nice. Oh, we can. We can eat him, chat. And I feel like when your allies are going to turn up with enough dudes that you can actually learn all their names, I feel like you know you're in trouble. Don't you have to upgrade your land with castles and holdings? Yes, you do. But me grabbing a few provinces early on is quite useful here because it's just going to expand my area. And as I say, watch my video on specializing your provinces. Because it's useful to specialize different things around different stuff, like money or troops or whatever else. And again, a lot of that's easier to learn in Europe. The other option is we go here, if we could. That's a crime if we do that one. Is this one a crime? Sir, this one is not a crime. Hello, remember me? Lads, we're doing it again. We're getting the gang back together. I do like his armor. What? Oh, is it because our liege has gone to war? Join the Japanese and forces him as an administrative war. The what now? Well, apparently this war is still going. I said the war was invalidated. That something was invalidated. Sir? Stop running away. Sir, we just want a word. A polite word. Are they now an enemy in a larger war? I don't think so, because it's still called Satsuma Conquest of Heathen. And I'm still listed as the war leader. Sir, have you read the works of my son, Jordan Peterson? Rare opportunity to invest in successful business endeavors for 10 years? Yeah, sure. Boo. I think it was the other war that invalidated straight away. Weirdly. I think they're going to... Are they going to suicide into us? No. Ooh, win a new dynasty head. Nice. In your face, brother-in-law. assume he's my brother. We can unlock a stewardship perk. I think we're going to be doing a fair bit of building, so I think we want to go with that. Like, we're not going to expand beyond what we're taking here. We still need to sway this guy. Yeah, maybe. It's only 6. On Mike's it's only 16. Yoink. We're not going to expand beyond what we're taking here. It's kind of not really our motto for the stream, yeah. Right, we do need to work out what is the driving force behind this one. Kashish and Russia's died. Okay, so their aspiration is strength. May construct a private armory. So men-at-arms recruitment cost and martial per fame level. I mean, we could flip to that. Family brewery getting dev growth is nice. Yeah, I don't know. Right. So we now control 3 provinces. Do we now have someone better than our idiot son? Not much. So we do have a building slot here. This is a duchy. That is a duchy. That doesn't... Okay, right. We want to create that duchy. Soryu counts and Ryushu governments cannot usually create de jure duchies on the island's lands. They might, Soryu rulers may bypass this using assert regional dominion decision. Hello, Torta. Yes, it is actually lunch. Come on, I'll give you a little bit of lunch. Now on the phone, you get some lunch as well. Not even started to unpack all the stuff this DLC offers. Oh yeah, it's going to take ages. There's a reason why it was a beefy, expensive one. So if we wanted to create this, we would need to get a decision to do it. It'd be nice to have that, because I think that would allow us to expand a bit more on this island. So if we wanted to do that, we would need to do that. Okay, we need to be illustrious in fame. Need to have a fully upgraded strength or determination house aspiration. We need to lead a strength or determination house, or we need to lead a block that's got it, which you are a member of one. Or we need to have the level 3 mana. Okay, so we want to focus on getting a level 3 mana and getting our fame level to illustrious. Okay, we can do that. Playing some Rogue Trader and I found a ship filled with very large intestines. Yeah, nothing could possibly go wrong with that. I'll have to tap my mana to play it. Boom, boom. Right, so priorities. We need to get that upgraded. What's that going to cost us? 256. Right, remember that. Oh, look, my daughter-in-law, Tako's given birth. Akiko? Good for you, girl. Sorry about your dad. Not going to lie there. You may be a... doing some murder. Just saying, there may be some murder in our future. Right. We probably want to do some appointments now as well. We are going to want a wet nurse. Well, we have a daughter. Do we want a wet nurse? We've only got a daughter. So that's control and rumbles. What we want is stuff that's going to boost renown. Prestige. What have we got to boost prestige? Does anything boost prestige? Boost renown. Ooh, personal champion. Okay, nice. That's worthwhile. It's just hostile scheme stuff. Development growth in realm capital is nice. I'd really like a good gardener. Can we recruit a good gardener? He looks like he'd be a good gardener. Sir, have you considered gardening as a career? There you go, there you go, Sam. Get to it. My wife resolves court. Good work, wife. Oh, we got a hook on our brother-in-law. I like our brother-in-law. If we can marry our brother-in-law to someone smart when our sister dies... Ooh, the entire block just got disbanded. He's probably not going to kill us. How do I talk to him? Oh, it's just my thank you hug for giving you some lunch. Right, we are going to join this hunt. Do we want to... I mean, we should be back once again with a caravan master. Sure, you can be our caravan master. Right, there's no dangers now, so sure. Take mine to the vet for the annual checkup. I hope it goes well. Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, so both of ours have recently had solid checkups. Right, we're ready for the hunt. I mean, we're big on the... Actually, no, recreation's good for us. We've still got a lot of stress here. New sun just dropped. Look, I'm not saying our older sons should be worried, but... Let's go hunt. A fellow vassal, Zorofor, is crouched on the ground. Back on your horse, fool. Mate, if you're going to keep blowing that horn around me, we're going to have problems. Oh, we got a hunter trait out of that. We should probably run a hunt of our own. Because it'd be good for the fame and the stress relief. Can we do a hunt? Do it there. Intent is slaying the beast. I need to get back first. Let's do it. Definitely need more cat emotes. Yeah, I'll get some Cecilia stuff worked out. His aptitude is excellent. Yes. Three months. We've got to wait 3 months for this to begin. Right, what do we want to hunt? We will seek the heart. I feel like we're seeking the heart. I want the impressive prestige. I think we're going to try for it at least. Thanks for sitting on my mouse cable. It's not entirely useful, thank you. Success decreases slightly, but we get poacher training. Which gives us prowess +2. And hunter experience. I don't want to decrease the success. Lower popular opinion. I'm just going to tell him to get out. What's our tiny emperor doing? He's good. He had a tooth out a little while back. Seems to mostly have recovered from that. Someone's accidentally lobbing arrows at me. I think the heart pales under a load of arrows. Oh, we succeeded. Got some antlers. Okay, that was definitely worthwhile. Select also not so tiny. Napoleon's doing alright for weight at the moment, because we He was getting a bit tubby a while back, so we actually did kind of constrain his food slightly. We've done the same with Cecilia. Which is why she's a bit of a trash goblin at the moment. I have to say, I am enjoying this so far. Okay, we can station them. Go there. Right, we need to deal with our control issues. I assume you can increase control. So let's get you increasing control there. So you could learn a language. You could learn Korean, basically. I'm just going to take the prestige if you want it. Alright, how are we looking on kids? So we don't know what direction he's going to go on yet, but let's gamble on stewardship. How do you constrain their food? Just smaller servings? Yeah, for us it's smaller servings and less treats. It's got personal trainers to help with my weight, and they're very nice and also torture me. Yeah, I probably won't do that for Cecilia the cat. I am trying to... I need to get back on it after... I'm trying to do the old couch to 5k thing. I do need to lose some weight. Okay, this is set up how we want it to be, I think. So we're saving for... Ooh. Invited to a festival. Sure, he's probably not trying to kill me. Couple of danger points. That's just be going through there, the mountains, I'm guessing. Lack of sheriffs. We could just go round. I mean, actually, we should go via sea. Take in that. Take in that. And that sends us through there. So we get all the stewardship bonuses from doing that. And I think that just basically means that if on the way back we go via the sea, we now have no dangers. Let's do that, shall we? Building construction time. Yeah, okay. So the next one's dev growth boost. It's our idiot son. Get back on your horse, son. Fucking idiot. How is our dev in Azuma? So our dev's 10. How does that compare with everywhere around us? Yeah, we're a bit low at the moment. Height of the Moon marks midnight's arrival and with it the start of a contest of strength, perpetually popular with people. Yeah, we're absolutely not going to win this. Ooh, I don't know. Just two old men fighting. Taking in the night air, my companions and I come across Kikuchi Yorinari gazing longingly into the water. They embarked on a boat and poor Kikuchi got him. We get them and join us. Yeah, I think we tell them to join us. Every character in 10's case 5 opinion, I like that. Well, before one sees Kokushi Yoshimasa, one can certainly smell him. It's customary to soak one's robes with aromatic incense. The effect is seldom intended to be felt at 100 paces from the wearer. Perhaps a discreet note is in order, though a whisper in another ear might ensure this foible. We will play nice. Fellow vassal Toshu Suna, your companionship has been most welcome. So much so that my compatriots and might would like to extend an invitation. You may count yourself among our number, and that we in turn shall always remain. Oh, so he's inviting us to his faction. Oh, isn't the Hokkei block the ruling one? Are we basically being buttered up here? I really need a better way of kind of navigating the blocks. Because that's not clickable. Is there a block map mode? Blocks and confederations. I mean, we're in the Kiyahara block at the moment. No, we're not in any block at the moment. Because our block got disbanded. I mean, that's probably in our interest. That is the ruling block. Look. I feel like we're doing that. Where's my event screen gone? Did I just accidentally not join that block? Bottom right. No, bottom right's the scheme. I think we just accidentally didn't pick that pop-up. Well, I thought the X just minimized it, didn't dismiss it. Have they changed behaviors? Because that's fucking annoying. I'm right, aren't I? It shouldn't have dismissed that. But look, it's showing me as traveling. Right, if we load, when was the last autosave? It's the beginning of this year. Can we just join the block now? I'm not sure if we get the benefits though. Like, he says he doesn't want me in the block now. Well, lesson learned. Yeah, that is very annoying. Like, you gotta let me see the blocks before I agree to join one. At the very least, an X on a thing like that should warn you that it's that you're, like, Because I wasn't picking a choice. Which choice did I pick? Right, this is a long one that way. I mean, we could take in some stuff here. Let's go via sea first. Let's head there, which takes us through there. And make sure we explicitly go through that. Then we go back in the water. Might as well do that. We head up to there, we go to the hunt. Back out. And do that. Still arrive a month in advance, that's fine. Oh, my kids are arguing, aren't they? Yeah, I really do not have time for this. I feel like we probably need to just stop swaying this guy at this point. Absolutely, we've been best. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, we got Jira. We can now do epic things and manage our tasks. Okay, so the Kiyahara are inviting us in. Do we want to join the Kiyahara? I feel like we don't. I suppose the question is we'd have more chance of ruling it. No useful nearby allies there. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. But then we're not invading anything. Mostly, block choices would be defensive. What does ruling it give us? Bonuses and effectively access to its armies. I don't know. I feel like we decline. I really want to join this block. I'm kind of annoyed that we can't. Like, the problem is I'm now seeing there's no... If that... That just should just close. It shouldn't do a choice. Because look, if I open it up again, I've still got let's get out of here. Or get out there. So I don't get why that other one... It was the final event in the hunt. Yeah, but then the behaviour shouldn't be different for the final fucking thing to it is that every other event in the hunt chain. Okay, hunting raptor. Sure. I guess that's what I'm grumpy about. Is it's one of those ones where it's like, don't have an inconsistent UX experience. Right, we're about halfway to the level of fame we need. How are we looking on control? 10 years left in it. We'll take the opinion boost. Do we want to shift now? Don't think we do. I think we're fine. Hello, my son. I mean, we don't command our armies personally, so I think we do that. At least our son gained a relatively useful trait. We're not in a rush, we can delay the journey. I like the boat designs. Do we have enough of the mana expansion yet? 256 we need for that, okay. Okay, faith conversion is... things we get strong roots for 10 years. Control growth per month is actually really useful to us. Because that's going to grow... control with low control still on those places. We do need religious conversion in Heathen. Because this is the thing, I don't think I'm going to get into that faction any other way. It's a different government type. Like that different government block penalty is going to screw me. Really annoying. Because these are all... this is effectively the ruling bureaucracy stuff. It's kind of annoying. Maybe we should go for the Kiyuhara then, so that we're effectively... establishing the rival power grade base block. Right, mana is upgrading. Establishing a rival power base on the core managed to do all the time. Exactly. The alternative was we form our own block. I mean, that answers that question. Everyone should both fear and worship at my feet, Ririko. Yeah, I really like my wife. My wife is awesome. She gains stress though. I don't want to gain her stress. She's a good wife. Oh, we can upgrade our determination aspiration. A feel like we don't want to do that, though. Maybe we do want to go strength. I don't know, those death growth boosts are really nice. I feel like we might end up founding our own block here. Fight to a hunt, yes please. Yeah, just try that one. Right, what are we building? So we've got log forts, small harbour. I mean, this is our main home, so we probably do want hospices. We could go for something else first. Maybe we build blacksmiths here. That definitely is going to need a... trading post, yes, trade port. Yeah. New ruling regent just dropped. I found our own block, like their block with Plinko and Geisha. Yep. Oh, he's banging his caravan master, is he? Well. We're still getting a bit of prestige for that. It's not the end of the world. Right, what do we need to actually hit our target here? About another 1,000. More like caravan mistress. Yep. Can we hold another hunt yet? We can. Feel like we're going to get a hunt in. Once we get home. Yep, we're home. Plan hunts. Confirm. Go to the mountains. Increase success chance. Increase that. And our goal is to slay the beast. Go. Probably due a save at this point. Can't for 2 years. I think we just time has flown. I think 2 years has passed. Bunch of new noble families. Bloody upstarts. New sun just dropped. Most recent story parts for HSR are really good. Yeah, I need to go back to it. Prestige mediocre. Prestige middling. Get back on your horse. After it we ride. success chance increases. Complete your Slayer Beast intent, use stress, you gain 50 and you increase hunter experience. Oh, shoot it. Nice. Gets us relatively close. And we got some wolf fangs. Yeah, the game didn't 95% us. Right, our brother-in-law's available. Kyokoto! Oh, pal. Can we find you with anyone with... There's no one with inheritable traits. That's bad, man. Shinto, I think that's probably what's not helping. See if he'll convert. Dude! Really? $50% discount on converting to Pudarica. I can increase their fervor. Do we seriously not have anyone better than him? Yes, we do. Thank fuck. Let's put our gardener in charge. Son, I'm getting rid of you. Our gardener is literally better than you. Sure. I feel like this is one of those, how about we just go by the C options. Seems like there's a bit of politicking now. We've got good prestige games as well. That must go. Anything that's gaining me prestige is absolutely getting done. I'm stressed. I don't have any stress to mingle, to lose. Well, this has been a profitable feast. I feel like forming rivalries with the current regent is probably not a good idea. Yeah, we got this. Children like guardians. Okay. Mostly because I haven't really got any useful traits to pass on. Host of feast don't give you prestige. Yeah, but I'm also close enough that if you look. Like, what are we looking at? Like, 2 years? Because we're gaining over 6 a turn. So I'd rather spend the money on buildings. I'm 62. We should last that long. And that's assuming we don't get any prestige events in the meantime. We do want to appoint a wet nurse. Do want a tutor. Basically 10 months. Embrace Buddhism and leave your previous obligations behind. Nice. Travel to a market on the Silk Road to unlock unique innovations. That sounds really fun. I feel like that's one we're going to do. Does he like us? He really likes us. I'm actually going to spend on that. See if we can get us some dev boost. What's the trade port? 180. So that market on the Silk Road had bears. Yeah. Motherfucker. Didn't even listen to me. That's just rude. Uh-oh. Guess we're building that hospice. Yang Song Jin's fire. God, imagine having an STD so well known that you're kind of like, it's regional. Right, if I read that right, what are we missing for this? You must not be traveling. We can do it. The Empire is rudderless. It's necessary for strong warriors to steer local leadership. While the tiller of state remains unmanned, local lords will see the wisdom in this or be swept away by sea of arrows and fire. It is a crime. That's the only big risk here. I feel like we kind of should try it, see what happens. He's noted my crime. Oh shit, I got the territory. Fuck. Okay, that's actually really powerful. That's very, very powerful indeed. Oh man, that's a nice province. So I think we're keeping that one. Oh damn, that's even nicer. A lot of nice provinces around here. Are we moving capital? I mean, it is tempting. That's a city. So actually we kind of want to give someone else control of that anyway. I don't want to give it to my gardener. My gardener is good. Dude, I just gave you a title. Oh, you want to see it on the council? I'm going to do that anyway. Our son. Yeah, the problem with giving it stuff to our son is... He's our son. We might do stupid shit with it. It's Koyu that we would be giving away. Assuming we're keeping hold of Izumi, which I kind of want to do. Level 2 castle for a start. And then we keep Mashiki. Although that's hills. But the problem here is the dev growth is always going to be very low. Does have a lot of building slots though. Bet you a bunch of them are nice and coastal. Hills, hills, forest, hills. Maybe we give that out. Pass off Saga. No, so the thing is, Saga's technically part of a different duchy. So I want to keep Saga, because it will allow us, in theory, I'd assume, to take control of the whole island. So, probably Mashiki. It's got stone quarries. No, we give out Koyu. Play the RNG game. Decent. Okay. Kind of lucked out on that. Oh, I see. It's because all of that is part of that. That makes sense. That's fine. I guess it's back down to our 3. Oh, he wants a job. I mean, you're shit, dude. You're not getting a job. Can we get a pardon? He will grant the pardon. Ask for pardon. Yes. Well, that worked out. That worked out nicely. Okay. So I guess the question then becomes how we form a block. I mean, game, you kind of have to tell me the requirements if you're going to tell me I don't meet them. Send for some Bushi. Now an independent realm. No, we're just a duke. I mean, frankly, that was a good time to do it because he's our friend, so he was always going to forgive us in a way that others weren't. Because the thing is, now we're a duke, we can conquer these bits and give them away to people. And not lose the control of them. So, like, we can just do that. And actually, that dealt with the block territory down there, because we just took all of that from them. So we'll get those. We would have to go up against the Omiwa block. Okay.